Before I get started, I just want to make one thing clear. Tonight is a pre-recorded episode. I am not present Thursday the 28th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I might pop by in the chat while the episode is playing, but I am at an event, and I hope y'all enjoy this. Without further ado, let's get this party started. This first song that I'm playing is called Circles by Carter, Greenwood, and Not Cursed. Enjoy the episode, folks.
Go in circles somewhere to know you. Call it sickness, white lights and cold rooms. Say my name, the dark illuminates truth. Only made in states I'm constrained to. Tell me what's the cost, something just to have. Everybody else gets on easier than that. I could make a call, you could send it back. I could give you everything, just tell me what you want. I can put it all to the side, it's just a noise now. I can make it right in the end, but what's the point now? Fuck it up so late in the game, what was supposed to be? I was me, but it's really not a choice now. Voice down, breathe in, breathe out. Never want to fall, but I'm in so deep. Dream it down when I fall asleep. My life's just complicated, painted in colors fading. Wonder why I've been so pressed. Feet on top of my neck, I'm starting stepping down again. Go in circles somewhere to know you. Call it sickness, white lights and cold rooms. Say my name, the dark illuminates truth. Only made in states I'm constrained to.
Don't wanna cause the loss of my own life, my own voice. Don't feel right. You called it under the street light. Now we're back alone. I'm craving for a feeling, creating my own meaning. Heart drops are fleeting, but you wouldn't believe it. Let it sink in. I can't find a reason for all the commotion. When will I learn all the parts I'm supposed to? Don't understand the new feelings that grow through.
Once again, the name of that song was Circles by Carter, Greenwood, and Not Cursed. Thanks for submitting that, guys. Really enjoyed that listen. This next song, believe I've played it already, but it's one of my favorites. Fine, Thanks for Asking by Sewerperson and Nico North.
Starting on road, I'm spent. Rolling up weed in a Chevrolet van. They smoke screen, think I'ma need me a vent. Yeah, maybe I need me a pen. Yeah, cash out, baby, I break the bank. World War III, I'm wearing this bait. All of my people don't fit in the tank. Athlete's foot in my cushion stank. Yeah, I'm getting wavy, it's not even late. I get so wavy, it's not even shake. I put my hand on my head and remind me of every time I should've left and I stayed. Yellow with caution on top of the tape. I cannot save you, I don't wear a cape. I get so caught up in feeling the pain, but I keep my manners and telling my grade. Look how I fuck up when playing my hand. Eastside warriors stuck in the sand. Stare at the screen till it give me a tan. Drifting along till I'm kicking a can. 11 o'clock, just keep going out. I can't spend the night alone just to myself. I fucking hate it, got more every block. Piece of shit, idiot, dumb as a rock. Spurn should've ended up deep in the sock. This even with him got me chasing the clock. His brain is protected by Dudleys and slides. It's hard to have in trouble with picking a lie. Say my soul, walking around my G.I. Joe. Stormy and she on my clothing and soap. If I'm the captain, I'll sing with a boat. Tank invested in black clothes. Funeral service, my head to toe. I never learned how to let go. That's why I'm praying we take it slow. All of these nights, all of these nights, all of these nights I'm seeing ghosts. I read the message in iPhone throne. Baby, you deadly, I think you're my clone. What was the one with a lighthouse, man? I know the story, but tell me again. Catch you by sirens and forts from the land. Deep in the seas, eternity spent. Yeah, it's alright, that's enough for tonight. You could turn out the lights and we'll try to unwind. I know you bite, so we'll just give it time. And when words turn to fights, I shall give you my life. 30 on road, I'm spent. Rolling up weed in a Chevrolet van. They smoke screen, think I'ma need me a vent. Maybe I need me a pen, yeah. Cash hot, baby, I break the bank. World War III, I'm wearing this bait. All of my people don't fit in the tank. Athlete's foot in my cushion stank. 30 on road, I'm spent. Rolling up weed in a Chevrolet van. They smoke screen, think I'ma need me a vent, yeah. Maybe I need me a pen, yeah. Cash hot, baby, I break the bank. World War III, I'm wearing this bait. All of my people don't fit in the tank. Athlete's foot in my cushion stank. Alright, that's enough for tonight. You can turn out the lights and we'll try to unwind. Alright, that's enough for tonight. You can turn out the lights and we'll try to unwind.
Yeah. I hope chat is going crazy right now. I hope there's some energy in there. Oh, it's playing circles again. Let me stop that real quick. First and foremost, thank you to the artists who have submitted to be parts of our intro and outro playlists. If you haven't submitted yet, artist submissions are in the description. They're in the Discord too, under the information tab. It's a Google Forms link. You submit up to 3 songs. I prefer Spotify links because I have a Spotify playlist for every episode. But if it's not on Spotify, if it's not out yet, you can send me the SoundCloud links, no problem. It's only me who sees those submissions, guys. Feel free to send unreleased if you want unreleased played. Yeah, and how I choose those is pretty much the vibe of the episode, the vibe that I have when I'm preparing for the episode, but everybody's music will be played, whether it's one song or all 3 that you send through, everybody's music will be played. Without further ado, welcome back to Conversations in the Sewer. This is a pre-recorded episode. This is episode 8, my personal deep dives. I appreciate everybody tuning in to this premiere that's going to be on YouTube. Tonight, it's just me taking you through another one of my deep dives. We're going to slow things down a bit from the interviews and all the community stories, and once again start digging into the music itself. The kind of tracks that, stick with you long after the first listen. For this one, I picked 2 cuts that couldn't be more different in how they move, how they get their point across. But they're connected in the way that they capture Sewerperson's intensity and vulnerability. The first up is going to be Dixon Steele, a song that plays almost like a noir film in audio form, pulling from loneliness, paranoia, and raw storytelling. It's textured, it's cinematic, and it's one of those tracks that every line feels like it could be a scene in a movie, because it was. And then we're going to jump into Berserker. If Dixon Steele is mood, tension, and cinematic, Berserker is pure eruption. The sweat, the liquor, the chaos, and the kind of honesty that only comes when everything else has been absolutely stripped away. It's explosive, but deeply personal at the same time. A reminder of how Sewer can flip between mythic imagery and real life, living struggles. So, that's what I got for y'all today. We're going to unpack the layers, break down the lines, and sit with these songs and break apart what they really mean when you step inside of them. I don't really want to waste time. So let's get started with Dixon Steele. I'm going to pull the lyrics up right now, I hope. Yeah, there we go. See, I know what I'm doing this time, guys. It's pre-recorded, but yeah. Without further ado, I'm going to play the song. So this song tells the story of the 1950s film In a Lonely Place. In this following blurb was written by Kyle Perez on IMDb. Dixon Steele was once a successful screenwriter, but like many writers in his industry, has run into a bit of a rut and hasn't written a hit film for some time. When he's tasked with turning a trashy bestseller into a hit film, he seeks out hat check woman Mildred Atkinson to recount the story for him back at his place. The next day, Steele is informed that the same girl who was at his place the night before, Mildred Atkinson, was found dead that very night. Under the circumstances, coupled with Steele's short temper and violent tendencies, Steele is immediately pinned as the prime suspect of the murder. The police efforts and suspicions of Steele complicate the matters when he falls for his beautiful, although equally enigmatic, neighbor, Laurel Gray. A story of heartbreak, distrust, and mystery. With that background, let's listen to the song before we get into the breakdown. This is Dixon Steele by Sewerperson. Charm.
You know, lonely night from the pages, read it back. Just an innocent girl, but where's the harm in that? Just left in the brine, just like a butt. But hold on, let me act it out, please take a look. Close that case, got me sweating bullets in the night. All through the night, all through the night. Least you could've done is call me tonight. Look at my face, tell me am I capable of this? Breaks at the wrist, lungs full of shit. It's everything we built changed cause of this. Oh, I'm crazy about you, I'm crazy about you now. With a gentle touch, I could turn you something out. And it was 30 minutes and I sent the spirit out. Crash and burn, dead as dirt in 20-something miles. Right the flight line and it's but you in New York. Should've planned it at the right time, cause I picked up and I'm torn. Leaving me without telling me, so I yell at you to get gone. Cause Vegas never seen to bother you till the body washed up short. Early this morning, as soon as you kissed me, and I died right when you left. I lived a few weeks when loving you, and now once again I am dead. So burn all of my postcards and rip my bros for your breast. This charm only goes so far when the ugly covers your head and carries your time had changed again. Clean, I pray, and I am, but love loves playing this game. And as the season fun, I withdraw my name from his head. I'm crazy about you, I'm crazy about you. I'm crazy about you, I'm crazy about you now. With a gentle touch, I could turn you something out. 30 minutes and I sent the spirit. It was 30 minutes and I sent the spirit out. Crash and burn, crash and burn. Crash and burn, dead as dirt in 20-something miles.
Yeah.
I was born when she kissed me. I died when she left me. I lived a few weeks while she loved me.
What a beautiful song, honestly. I see this song as an open letter, which pretty much states the events of the film in chronological order. Let's get right into this breakdown. The first couple lines, the introduction is, Mr. Waterman, you forgot to change your costume. This is not a costume, ignorant wench. It is the formal attire of a gentleman. These lines are from the celebration party for Laurel and Dixon's engagement. I think it's cool that he chose these because while the woman was speaking to Mr. Waterman, the underlying theme resonates with Dixon. Mr. Waterman dresses his volatility up as a gentleman, which matches Dixon's egotistical, anxious, and image protective streak. From the window, she's captured by the charm. This line is a nod to the fact that Mrs. Gray said she likes Dixon's face during the police interview, which implies she must have been watching him for the few days that she's been there. She recently moved in. Her window can see directly into the apartment, a point that's clearly established during a later scene in the movie. Huh. In a lonely night, from the pages read it back. Just an innocent girl, but where's the harm in that? It's like he's replaying the night as if it's already written. So memory and script blur into one. Mildred Atkinson was innocent and well beloved, and most people express that she didn't deserve the fate that she received. She's left in the brine, just like the book. And I think this line is much deeper than the fact that Mildred herself was left in a ditch in Benedict Canyon. If you watch the movie, you know all of this. The line alludes to the fact that the investigation and both of their pasts salt everything, preserving the pain in a way that neither of them can escape. And the next lines are, hold on, let me act it out, please take a look. So, as we saw in the movie, if you watch the movie, when he expressed how he thought that the murder happened, he performs the scenes like a showman, which can read as arrogance to those who don't know Dixon. Dixon is a storyteller first and an honest partner second. He wants an audience for the performance, not just the memory, which is part of why people only tolerate him rather than trust him. They know what he's up to. The next lines, closed shut case got me sweating bullet in the night. Bullets, sorry. This investigation, the pressure, and Dixon's anxiety create the sealed verdict feeling that never really goes away or lifts. He's slowly growing more worrisome as time goes on, not only about the investigation, but about Laurel leaving him as well. All through the night, the least you could have done is call me tonight. Huh. So this is something we all feel, honestly. You know, we've been hurt before, you know, we send that one text like, I'm sorry for everything I did, and we're just up waiting for that call. So insomnia is humming under everything that they do. The line being doubled represents the fact that the tension just doesn't let up. It repeats like a worry loop. Laurel's pulling back, and he asks for the reassurance that he hasn't necessarily earned yet. And like I said, the abandonment feeling kind of lands hard with all of us. This is a super humanizing moment for Dixon, since he's typically such a stone cold individual, but in this case he's yearning for that simplest lifeline, a contact to stop his spin, his spiral. Just look at my face, tell me am I capable of this. This is another thing where I think it's playing into the scenes of the movie in chronological order. There's a scene where he beats up this dude, Jimmy Mason, and this question kind of sounds like both a plea and a tell, which kind of makes us question whether he could actually be the killer of Mildred Atkinson. How much did this movie actually show us? Without the knowledge of the movie, I can interpret this as somebody, you know, questioning themselves and their ability to love again, you know, after a tragedy. It's something we all seem to do, you know. These last couple lines are very humanizing for Dixon Steele, who's a stone cold asshole usually. And these are just stuff that we all go through. To go even further, breaks at the wrist, lungs full of shit, has everything we built changed because of this. A single event flips the whole relationship, and the doubt that's caused from that event rewrites their history in real time, and you see this all break down in the movie. It's a fantastic movie. This is a great film, and I think Sewer did a great job of, you know, kind of like telling the story in the sense that you would never know that it's actually about the movie unless you did a Google search or knew it already. And so we go into the chorus from that. Oh, I'm crazy about you. Yeah, I'm crazy about you now. Which is backed up by a scene in the movie. There's a moment where we can see how hard Dixon loves once he loves. There was a scene where he stated, I've been looking for someone for a long time. I didn't know her name or where she lived, and I'd never seen her before. But a girl was killed, and because of that, I found what I was looking for. That's pretty grim to me. You know, he's heartless, you know? It sounds like he's heartless, you know? Like, a girl was killed, but I found the one I was looking for because of it. And I don't know. I just think that's a little strange, you know? I throughout the movie, I was like, damn, he could have really been the killer because of stuff like this. Where he said that in the film, I was like, that's actually kind of crazy. So Sewer's repetition of being crazy about this person shows that it's obsession in the present tense, not just a memory, you know? With a gentle touch, I could turn you something foul. This is one of Dixon's traits. It's a charm that can sour on a dime. It's ego, anxiety, and abandonment issues all mixing into a menace, which slowly also turn Laurel into something unpleasant as well, something she's never known before. It was 30 minutes and I sent the spirit out, crash and burn, dead as dirt in 20-something miles. Here's where he's referring to that Mildred Atkinson girl. Mildred was said to only be in his apartment for 30 minutes, so I think he's literally saying it was 30 minutes and then I sent her out before he sent her off to a local taxi station where we have no idea what happened because she ended up in that ditch. The next lines are, pack a bag, ran the flight line, and it's booked you in New York. Should have planned it at the right time because I picked up and I'm torn. So I feel like even the fix, even Mildred's fix to the situation is mistimed, mirroring how quickly everything accelerates once Laurel starts to doubt Dix, once she sees the bad sides of him and slowly starts to question him in her head. She never really questioned him in the film. In the scene where he was beating up Jimmy Mason, she was like in the car, like, stop, you're gonna. And then until the point where Dixon really was gonna do real damage to this kid, that's when she started screaming to him. But she never really was like, are you sure? You know? Kind of strange. I don't know. At first I thought Dix was a good dude. Like, seriously. And when the police first came to him for the interview, I was like, there's no way. But if you watch the movie, you'll see why Laurel had reasons to question him, to slowly pull away. Anyways, back to the breakdown. Sorry, guys. Leaving me without telling me, so I yelled at you to get going, 'cause Vegas never seemed to bother you till the body washed up ashore. Girl, leave this morning. So he's kind of like split. In the last lines he was torn, but at the same time in this one he's saying like get gone, leave. He's split between trying to control her and fearing that she'll abandon him completely. Push and shove kind of arrive in the same breath, and the whiplash of it become the pattern that she can't ignore. Like in the film, the dead body literally poisons every single tender moment that they share. Suspicion kind of retrofits the past until nothing feels safe. Vegas, he's mentioning Vegas in the song because Vegas was the space that they were supposed to run off to and get married. which was a great idea to Miss Gray 24 hours before their altercation. And he's questioning why she's so frantic about it now. And by the time that the cops show up to clear Dix and the volatility has surfaced, it's too late to save them. He had already put her hands on her. These next lines: I was born soon as you kissed me, and I died right when you left. I lived a few weeks when loving you, and now once again I am death. Dixon literally first says this in the car on a ride home, and it brands the moment for both of them. He says he wants to include it in the script that he's writing, but it's clear that this was in reference to her. He feels everything starting to fall apart, and without her love, he's gonna collapse back into the emptiness and the self-negation, back into the troubled soul, the brash personality and asshole attitude that he's been known for. So once again, he's death. Once again, you know. So burn all of my postcards, rip my brooch from your breast, because this charm only goes so far when the ugly covers your head and carries your breath. He's literally saying erase his tokens. The souvenirs can't cover eruptions or make the relationship safe for either of them. The charm can't hide the ugly once it's riding with you everywhere, literally. Time hath changed again, cleaned I pray and I am, but love loves playing this game. So he's literally saying time moves, but damage is already done. He hoped to be in the clear of this investigation for the whole plot leading up to this point. But by the time that the captain got a confession from the actual killer, love played its game. Love took its toll. Love is the game that keeps setting him up to lose. And as a seasoned pawn, I withdraw my name from his hat. So he's stepping off the board. Well, she's already gone. She's been gone. He's hopeless. And then the chorus comes back around. Beautiful, beautiful full circle moment. Oh, I'm crazy about you. Yeah, I'm crazy about you now. Oh, I'm crazy about you. Yeah, I'm crazy about you now. It's coming back like a reflex. And the repetition is showing that he's still stuck in it right now. It's looping and looping and looping. He can't get it out of his head. He can't get any distance from it. With the gentle touch, I could turn you something foul, which is repeated as well. So he knows his softness can sour, and he's saying it out loud. The warning repeats because the pattern repeats. His behavior repeats. Once again, it was 30 minutes and I sent the spirit out. Crash and burn, crash and burn, crash and burn, dead as dirt in 20-something miles. So, in the beginning, I'm sure he was truly referencing the actual fact that the spirit left his house within 30 minutes. Mildred left his house. She was only there for 30 minutes. But in this outro portion, I think it could relate to the relationship as well. Their last interaction happened so quick. It could have been 30 minutes, just like the conversation with the hat check girl. And then they both went on their way. Their love crashed and burned right in front of us. And all that's left of it is distance, dust, and the end of their story. And the ending lines are taken exactly from that scene earlier that I was talking about in the car. I was born when she kissed me. I died when she left me. I lived a few weeks while she loved me. He spoke it first in the car, staking his identity to that kiss. He was born again when she kissed him. When the love leaves, something in him dies too. The last line in the movie, Laurel Gray, the one that he was with in the relationship with, also repeats that last line. Her echo proves that the love stuck with her as well, which is kind of like why I interpret the song as an open letter from the wreckage, from both perspectives. Yes, it's telling the story of Dixon, but it's from both sides. Sewer did a really, really, really good job with creating an adaptation of the film. I think he nailed it, literally spot on. And I'm sorry if there were too many spoilers in here for the people who haven't seen the movie yet. I think you should go see it. It's not go see it. You should look it up and watch it. I think it's a good watch, especially if you're crazy about Miles' music and trying to see where he draws his inspiration from. It's not a movie I necessarily could see being transitioned into a song like this. So it was neat to watch it last week when I was researching for this. But anyways, that's gonna be my breakdown of Dixon Steele. It's obsession in a suit, tenderness with teeth, and a gold. Anyways, that's gonna be my breakdown for Dixon Steele. It's obsession in a suit, tenderness with the teeth, and a goodbye that keeps echoing even after it's over. If that felt like the aftermath, then this next one is the blowtorch. Berserker takes the same heart and cranks up the heat, but there's no window, no charm, just the fuse burning in real time. Fair warning, there are references in this song to matters that could be extremely sensitive for people. So if you know this song, I'm just giving that warning out there that there's SH and substance abuse references in this song, and I talk about them because it's something that, you know, we all kind of deal with, and I don't want to. It's 2025. We need to be talking about mental health, and I just wanted to throw that warning in here in case somebody could get triggered by it. Berserker is not a song just about pain. It's a song inside of pain. This one kind of captures what it's like to live in a cycle of self-destruction while still trying to hold on to love, identity, and maybe the last sliver of hope. From substance abuse to SH to that brutal honesty about not feeling heard, I feel like this is one of Sewer's rawest and most vulnerable pieces. So I'm going to walk through it line by line, not just analyze it, but I'm going to sit with it. Because a lot of us have been here, numb, reckless, hopeless, misunderstood. And this song does a great job of not just saying it, but making you feel it too. Sorry to get super sentimental with y'all, but this is a fantastic track. And yeah, without further ado, this is Berserker off of Swamp 2, Sewerperson, produced by Eric Godlow.
This bottle till I'm feeling myself. Bruise on my chest from the last night. Cuts on my thighs from my own damn self. And the hardest part of it all is admitting that you need help. When you see me online, you feel me online. But I was so done, but I was so high. The 55 inch hit me like coastline. Well, I record pain, I expose mine. No, it's not easy, it's not that easy, but it works. You can tell I'm finding city, honestly it hurts. I throw my heart outside my window and go berserk. Just know to do my main feel, I felt it first. Oh man, I was broke before I knew you when you held me. The hardest part is trying to prove to loved ones that you held. You would snot point out my nose and have my liver virtually melting. Your voice sounds nice, but I don't listen to what you tell me. My words and find peace in our anger. It's funny how after all of this time, I'm now a stranger. And the second I lost you, I felt like you're so much bleaker. Now the way you're so appalled by my smile, I feel like a creature to you. Fight not away, let me down gently. Please do not protect me from the ghost that shade me. I know that I have my emotions, but it's in the benefit of enjoying a moment. do my make you feel? Felt it first. Oh man, I was broke before I knew you when you held me. The hardest part is trying to prove to love and say you healthy. You snot point on my nose and have my liver virtually melting. Your voice sounds nice, but I don't listen to what you tell me.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know what the hell Eric put in that beat, but that instrumental is just literally heaven sent. That's definitely one of my favorite ones. Kind of knocking off all of my favorite deep dives up front. Not gonna lie, guys, you know, low bias here, but it's alright. I'm running the show. So the last track, Dixon Steele, incorporated a cinematic experience. This one should be interpreted more literally, of course. I feel like a lot of what is being said in this song is felt by the majority of us in this community. The background vocals throughout the whole song sound like a groan, a cry, a call for help coming from somebody that's going through real pain. There's parts of the song where it literally sounds like he's just bawling his eyes out on the track. Anyways, let's get into the lyrics. Sweat pours out of me while liquor runs through me. Right off the bat, he's opening the song with physical contrast. He's sweating out the pain while drinking it back in. It's exhaustion and self-medication happening at the same time. Something that we all think works, but time proves otherwise. If I don't kill myself, I can't help but hope I've made you proud. This one's crazy. This one's heavy. He's saying even if he doesn't make it out alive, he hopes it was all worth something to somebody. That maybe somebody's going to see the value in him, even at his lowest. He goes on into the verse. I'm pouring out this bottle till I'm feeling myself. So he's not drinking for fun. He's drinking to feel something, to feel himself, to connect with a version of himself that might only exist under the influence, which is what he could see as his true self. Bruises on my chest from the last night out. So his body is showing actual physical evidence of nights that he can't forget, the nights that he's writing about. Whether it's from fights or just collapsing, it's a sign of pure chaos and decay. Cuts on my thighs from my own damn self is saying that the pain turns inward. He's not just feeling the pain, he's hurting himself again as a way to cope and take control when nothing else makes sense. And the hardest part of it all is admitting that you need help. So this is the truth behind that mask. It's the mask that we all know so very well. Saying I need help feels harder than living through the pain. So this theme's prevalent through the majority of Miles' music. We talked about it in Werewolf in London, where he was afraid to let anybody know how he feels. He just holds it in. They see me on live, they feel me on live. Instagram live. All of us know Sewer used to love going live a ton. One day it kind of just like stopped. A lot of the community felt connected to Sewer through these lives, like we were just chilling with him. But as these next lines say, but I was so drunk, I was so high. So that version of him wasn't the real him. He was numbed out and lost. We weren't seeing the true him. We were just seeing the product of his self-destruction in real time. Yeah, he'd play us snippets and stuff, but a lot of the time he was on there, he had that cup next to him. Which I believe he's put down, because in the most recent Instagram live, he was like, smoke a little weed, but that's about it. So I think he looks fantastic now too. So compared to when he was writing these songs and stuff, I don't think the alcoholism is so prevalent in his life anymore. I think he's conquered I think he's conquered that. So congrats, Miles. If you end up seeing this, congrats, bro. We're all really proud of you, seriously. And thank you. Thanks for your art. Anyways, next line is this 55-inch emulate the coastline. While I record pain, yeah, I expose mine. So he's literally recording his pain in his music while he's surrounding himself with this sense of fake peace. There's a disconnect between what he sees, what he feels, and what he reveals. Yo, that's a bar. Word. Though it's not easy, it's not that easy, but it works. You could tell I'm fighting shit and honestly it hurts. So he's saying that trying to I can't use my words. It's pre-recorded, but I can't use my words. Trying to survive like this isn't simple, but it keeps him going. Just enough though. Barely getting by. He's being honest that he's fighting something deep and it's really taking the toll on him. I throw my heart outside the window and go berserk. So he's reckless with his emotions and he puts it all out there, even if it destroys him in the process of doing it. And then he says, just know the doom I make you feel, I felt it first. So he's not excusing anything really. I don't see this as an excuse, like a haha, like I hurt you, but I felt it first. He's just saying whatever pain you got from me, I've been carrying it longer. And then he says, oh, Amanda, I was broken before I knew you and you helped me. The hardest part is trying to prove to loved ones that you healthy. So literally, Amanda was the one who tried to help. Somebody who saw his brokenness, not brokenness, and still showed the love. Even when you're trying to change, it's hard to get people to believe that you're actually healing. It's hard to get people to see that you're doing it. With snot pouring out my nose and half my liver virtually melting, her voice sounds nice, but I don't listen to what you tell me. Your voice sounds nice, but I don't listen to what you tell me. So he's saying he's literally a mess. This is a crazy picture. I can, somebody ugly crying, physically and emotionally, he's a fucking mess. The liquor's taking the toll, and he's crying so much that there's snot dripping from his nose, literally. That's how real this breakdown gets, and he's trying to paint that picture of the ugly cry. Even when someone tries to help, he's too deep in it. He's caught up. He can't take the advice. And that's self-sabotage at its core, which I believe is the central theme of the song, how oneself can know that somebody wants you to do better, but just you're so caught up in what you're doing yourself, you can't bring yourself to take their advice. Verse 2, hear my words and find peace in our anger. I literally think he's asking the listener, maybe Amanda, to understand him through the shared pain. The shared pain because he's sharing his pain. So it's funny how after all this time, I'm now a stranger. He used to be close with someone, Amanda, and now they barely recognize him. And that's the cost of everything that he's gone through. That's the cost of everything that he's put out there. That's the cost of being the berserker. The second I lost you, I felt life grew so much bleaker. And now the way that you're appalled by my smile, I feel like a creature to you. It's playing more into that last line. While the relationship ended, the color drained from his world. She used to love him, but now even his smile seems off to her. Like he's became unrecognizable, like a monster. The next bar is, if I do not awaken, lay me down gently. So he's still playing with the idea of death. If he doesn't make it, he just wants the peace. And this is a nod to a very, very, very common prayer. Snoop Dogg even said it in one of his songs. Please do not protect me from the goals that dissect me. He doesn't want to be he doesn't want to be shielded from criticism or pain anymore. Let the world tear him apart. Let the audience, let the podcast decipher his lyrics. At least it's all honest. He's putting it out there, and he doesn't want to be protected from everything that's going to pick him apart. He goes on to say, and I know that I hide my emotions, but it's in the benefit of enjoying in the moment. So he's admitting that he's bottling things up and he's holding it in, but it's not for no reason. He's trying to protect himself. He's trying to protect everybody. If he feels everything fully, he won't make it through the day. And then he said, I don't get along with no one this easy, so tell me your motive before I fall in love. So he's literally saying that he doesn't connect with anybody. It's hard for him to connect with people. So when he does, it really, really, really matters. And he's been hurt before, but he's being cautious, and he needs to know if this is real before he lets himself slip and feel it again. And then this amazing chorus comes back around. Though it's not easy, it's not that easy, but it works. You could tell I'm fighting shit, and honestly, it hurts. I throw my heart outside my window and go berserk. Just know the doom I made you feel. I felt it first. Oh, Amanda, I was broken before I knew you, and you helped me. The hardest part is trying to prove the loved ones that you healthy. So, at the start of the song, the chorus kind of felt like a shrug to me. Like he was like, I'm coping, kind of. But now it's like a letter of resignation. The weight of everything that we just heard throughout the whole track makes it clear that, yeah, it works, but it's barely holding him together. He's still ugly crying. It's no longer a cry for help. It's letting the pain win and succumbing to those injuries. He's tired, and after all, it seems like the closing chorus is concreting the fact that he's in a cycle of self-sabotaged influence breakdowns. This is him warning the listener. He's not asking for sympathy. He's owning the damage and saying, I'm not okay. And then the last lines, with snot pouring out my nose and half my liver virtually melting, your voice sounds nice, but I don't listen to what you tell me. And then the vocals cut right after me. The closing line might be the most devastating, especially because it just kind of like leaves you sitting here like, damn. He knows people care. He hears their concerns. He said thank you to us in the Discords when we asked about how he was doing. He hugs at the shows and tells us thank you for caring, but he was too deep in that cycle to follow through. And that's the saddest part. He's rejecting help while quietly wishing he could have taken it. This song is like one of my personal favorites just because the time that it came out, what he says in it resonates so deeply with me in my life. I think that is probably real for the majority of the people who are going to see this podcast. Before I get to yapping, because I know I have a habit of doing that, that was my breakdown of Berserker. It's a track that's not necessarily asking for us to feel bad. It's demanding understanding, though. It's pretty messy in the images that it portrays, pretty vulgar. And not vulgar. You know what I mean by vulgar. It's honest. And it's not trying to be anything but real. the last chorus definitely hits differently when you hear the full picture. The doom he talks about, the breakdowns, the misconnections, the pain he pushes onto others. It's all part of what he carried first. And even though he's surrounded by people who are trying to help, you can literally hear and feel how hard it is for him to let anybody yeah, to let anybody in, to let any of it in, any advice, any person, any woman, anything. To me, this song doesn't wrap things up neatly at all. It kind of just leaves you marinating and sitting in the hurt. And sometimes that's what we need. Not a solution, just somebody like him to write it on a piece of paper and put it in a song to say, I felt that too. That's pretty much all I had. That's going to wrap up my deep dives for Dixon, Steele, and Berserker, two tracks that sit at the opposite sides of the spectrum. One's completely cinematic and a buildup of events, and the other is just a straight explosive and chaotic scene. But together they show how Sewer keeps stretching the limits of what underground rap and underground emo music can sound like. Thanks for riding along with me on this one. Next week, I think the date is September 4th. I'm going to be passing the stage over to Sil for his own deep dives. It'll be From Pain to Poetry, Part 3, Sil's side. So you're going to get a whole new perspective on how these songs, not these songs, but how Sewer's songs hit and what they mean. So somebody who spends a lot of time listening to the music and writing it down. So I'm hyped for it. I'm sure chat's probably going crazy about it right now. I'm excited to have Sil on and give him the platform. I told him I don't even want to put on my camera. I want it to just be you. Like, this one's yours, buddy, because he deserves the stage. We take a lot of what he says in the chat and incorporate it into our breakdowns just because it's he's careful with it. And right after episode 9, Sil's Deep Dives, we're going to be going back to a community spotlight series. And Heber's going to come along with me for episode 10 on September 11th, where your stories, your voices, and your experiences are going to take center stage. So for that, I asked already in the Discord, and I asked last episode, and I'm going to be real with y'all right now. There is a extreme lack of submissions for episode 10. So this is a call to action right here. Please submit your experiences in the underground scene using /confess in our Discord server. We need submissions for episode 10. I'm pretty sure we can pull something up and just scroll Reddit and talk about theories like that. I already have something from Reddit that I want to talk about, but we seriously need the submissions for episode 10. I said it in a post, the topic's open-ended. I don't have a specific question for you, so you're welcome to share stories, experiences, or songs that move you, or just explain how you fell in love with the scene. I just need input, so share your experiences in the underground scene that have happened at shows and Discord calls, online. Let me know how you feel about the podcast. Just send some submission through so we can brew for episode 10. Episode 11 is going to be an interview with somebody who I talked about a couple episodes ago, and that's where I'm going to leave that. So, as always, I didn't say this in the beginning, but make sure you're tapped in on YouTube. Hit that notification bell. click all so you get every notification when I post on the community wall, if I post any shorts, or if I post a video. It's very important that you press that notification button. Next week, it's going to be Sil. The week after that, it's going to be me and Heber talking about the community. And then episode 11 is going to be another artist interview. And I'm very sure once I announce the name for that one, you guys are going to be excited. As always, thank you, everybody. This might have been a little weird tonight because I'm pre-recording this. So it's kind of weird even thinking that you're going to watch this a couple days from now. But I appreciate everybody pulling up. Hopefully y'all went crazy in the chat. I'm sorry your chats aren't going across stream right now. I'm going to save the premiere chat so when anybody watches it on YouTube, they can play it back. But I'm going to leave it there for now. Until next time. You just listened to episode 8 of Conversations in the Sewer, the podcast from the people who built the community for the people who live in it. This first outro song is by Shizukesa, Casper, and Epitome of Failure. It's called The Haunting on SoundCloud. I couldn't find it on Spotify, so it's on SoundCloud. It won't be in the playlist. I put the title of it in the description of the playlist, but if you are interested in this song, it's a really good track. So just let me know, guys. Artist submissions are open. Nashville, Ronan had to drop out of Nashville and got replaced by Nick Prosper. We're still in there. There's a group of 9 of us going down from Gardens Discord. This is going to be a lot of fun. Pull up. Tickets are $18 pre-sale, $22 at the door. Thanks everybody for coming out tonight. Even though it was pre-recorded, it's kind of weird saying thanks for coming out tonight, but it was a lot of fun, even just coming up with songs to deep dive into again and writing the deep dive. I really enjoy doing this every week for y'all, so see you next time.
Once again, I came to the king, begging him to surrender. He told me to bring him my father's head. Then he turned to his purpose.
That was a smile.
Burn them all.
I don't know why I had to say that. Y'all knew that was a smile. Fucking duh.
I know, baby, and it's killing me. I know, maybe it was make-believe. Run so cold in these maple leaves. One day, say you know you wanna leave. Drive slow, baby, where you taking me? Die so, bleed through me fatally. Tide, no memories be haunting me. Eyes closed, I can't even go to sleep. I can't even go to sleep. Let me run away. Let me run away. Let me run away.
seriously though, thanks everybody who's in the chat right now. Little weird structure because pre-recorded, but hope y'all still rock with it anyways. I love y'all. This next song that I'm about to play, this next song is named Medicine Man. Have a good night, guys.
What's wrong?
I got too much time on my hands. I got too much Novocaine plugged up inside my guns. It's a lie. Make way for the die. You say you in pain. It's curved by 20 shots. Swear, bleed. This right here, my hand is what you need. But I'm not giving that other that a fee. I will practice covertly, I practice greed. All that passion players make believe. It's a dead ringer, bitch, it was me. Watch me change the G on my receipt. And bitch, I'm playing a guy, so let me eat. I just want the power over the free.
I've been hiding from you. Hiding? What are you talking about? I was afraid of you.
I keep felt attempts in a safe. I keep them fresh, I touch upon her face. And this shit way too fucked up to be safe. When I operate, I do it traditionally archaic. Bleed. This right here, my hand is what you need. But I'm not giving that outlet out of feed. I will practice covertly, I practice greed. All that passion players make believe. It's a dead ringer, bitch, it was me. Watch me change the G on my receipt. And bitch, I'm playing a guy, so let me eat. I just want the power over the free.
Have a good night, guys. Bye, YouTube.